Good morning from Poulton-le-Fylde railway station, which is one that actually people say is one of the nicest in the region. And we're going to be catching the 10 o'clock train this morning to Manchester Airport, but we're not going there. We're going to be getting off at Chorley, having a look around Chorley today. Now, there are some people who know everything that there is to know about trains. They know who made it, what model it is, etc, etc. And I can remember back in the day when I used to commute daily from here, and basically, if it was a Manchester line, there were three options. It would either be new, average or crap. That's my knowledge of trains. And thankfully we never got any of the really crap ones because they all went to Blackpool South. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the train's going to be like today. Will it be new? Will it be average? Will it be crap? Certainly a lot better than the old bus on rails that they used to have.
Preston. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
Made it to Chorley then on time and 35 minutes later. So yeah, I've specifically come to Chorley on a Tuesday because I believe that Tuesday is their big market day, and I'm hoping to have a look around there, and it'd better be better than Kendal, that's all I can say, but we'll see. We'll go in with an open mind and give it a fair chance. Look, they've got the bunting out for me again. Yeah, everywhere I go. I reckon I should just add a disclaimer to this here, that I have no idea where I'm going. I did look at a map last night and arranged to print it out and everything, but I didn't bring a copy with me. Because why would you do that? Why would you bring a map to a place where you've hardly ever visited before? But everyone seems to be going this way, so this way is where I'm going. I knew it must be right, because just like that I found myself at one of the markets. So Chorley, I think, has had a market since 1498, and this bit behind me is, I think it's called the 1498, and it's the food area. There's loads of food stalls. I'm getting hungry. It's a really big market and also really, really busy. It's nice to see them doing a good trade. So that says Blessed Roger Renault, martyr for his faith, hanged at Lancaster, March 1616. If you want to know more about the Lancaster witches, you can watch my Lancaster video. And this is St Mary's Catholic Church in Chorley. Okay then, so the next plan is to get some lunch, even though it's only 11 o'clock. There's no time like the present. I can't believe how busy this market is. All I can say is it's like Fleetwood used to be. It's really nice to see actually all the independent traders doing a good trade. The Chorley Pals then were formed in 1914 at the outbreak of the First World War, and they were formed of a group of men who worked together, they socialised together, they already knew each other, and they formed together to go off to fight in the First World War. And I think there were about 220 men from the local Chorley area who went off to fight in the First World War. They were involved in many battles, including the Battle of the Somme in 1916, and many did not return to Chorley because they'd paid the ultimate price defending their country. And it was decided that there should be a memorial to remember the people from the Chorley area who formed a group to fight in the First World War, and those who never returned home. And why, oh why, oh why, do they always, I sound like a letter on Points of View, do you remember that programme? Why do they always put things like that next to the noisiest pelican crossing that exists anywhere in the world? It's as though people are just allergic to being contemplative at all. And this is St Lawrence's Church. I really like the flowers they've got up around the door. If I ever make it, I'm relying on Google Maps directions. Going to take you somewhere a bit out of the town now, but still in Chorley, and you're going to come with me and see what it is. Actually, that was much easier than I thought. Here we are already in Astley Park in Chorley, and it's massive, and you know me and my parks, so we're going in. There's so much hustle and bustle and traffic in Chorley, and then you come, what, 100, maybe 200 metres into the park, and the contrast is just amazing. All the noise just sort of melts away, and I love it. One thing that I have seen a lot of today is scouts, you know, the be prepared kind, and are they having some sort of worldwide jamboree or something in Chorley? I thought they usually went to exotic places like Japan and things like that, but I've seen a lot of scouts. The last group I saw was speaking maybe Czech, maybe Polish. I don't know any of those languages, but yeah, the last group I saw were behaving very dangerously by using an old supermarket trolley to push each other down the sloping. I can see how that's going to end somehow. Until you watch this video, you'll be forgiven for thinking that nothing of interest ever happens in Chorley. Well, you're wrong. It's not by no means certain, but it's commonly assumed or believed that Myles Standish was born in Chorley. He certainly had links with this part of the world, and also with the Isle of Man, I think. And Myles Standish was chosen to be captain or military commander on board the Mayflower, which took the first set of pilgrims across the Atlantic to the USA. He was born in Chorley, they think. Record keeping had some room for improvement in the 16th century, it has to be said. And we've arrived at Astley Hall in Chorley. And Astley Hall was built in the 1570s. Now there is a museum in Astley Park here. I believe it's closed today. I think it's closed every Tuesday. And that's actually a shame because I would have parted with my money and stepped out of character and gone in. But yeah, it does say it's open on Wednesdays though. I'm not sure if they only open on Wednesdays. Maybe. The museum might be closed, but the cafe is very much open. Yeah, I've just seen a notice. The hall's open Wednesday to Sunday and today's Tuesday. So we're in the walled garden now, which dates from 1757. And they've got a really nice orchard. The sign does say, please don't pick the apples, they are not ripe yet. Well, they're all falling on the ground. It doesn't say anything about picking them up off the ground. No, I'm not gonna. Oh, that's nice. They're selling the harvest by donations towards the upkeep of the hall. Now, you gave me a shock, old chap, didn't you? Yeah. And we need smell-o-vision again for these sweet peas. What did you think about Chorley then? Yeah, I liked it. For me, it was a place of two halves, from the hustle and bustle and noise of the town centre and the market. And it really was great to see all the independent businesses doing such a roaring trade. There were loads of people, loads of customers at every stall. It was amazing to see. And then we came out to Astley Park, which was just a complete sanctuary and the complete opposite of the town centre itself. Have you been to Chorley? In any case, I really hope that you've liked this video, and if you did, subscribe, watch one of my others, and in the meantime, thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.